What if you could put in $1 and get back 36? That would certainly be my favorite ATM machine. Believe it or not, 36 to 1 is the average return on investment for email marketing, if it's done right. Today, I'm going to show you step by step how to set up email marketing so it runs for you 24/7. We'll cover the psychology behind each step and how to use AI to save hours of time on your messaging so you can get the most out of your campaigns. Let's dive in. All right. So here's the template I use for pretty much any business, any industry. It's universal. So grab it, copy it, paste it right into ChatGPT. I have just the free version here. I'm not even logged in, so you don't even need an account to do this. All right. So it's going to start with, I need an engaging newsletter email for my business in your industry. So plop in, say your solar. Now, don't be afraid to go one level down for your niche here. So say your commercial solar, your life insurance, maybe your term life insurance or whatever it is. Go one niche down if you can in your industry so it has more context, so that way your content is more valuable to your prospects. The goal is to educate my audience with high value driven insights in a friendly tone. Keep it concise, formatted, bullet points, no more than 4. Optimized for mobile readability. This is really important. Nobody wants a wall of text. You just scroll it, you don't even read it. You want them to consume the value, right? We're going out of our way to make this. If they just get a novel, they're not going to read it and it's not going to make an impact. In fact, you have a higher chance of them unsubscribing because they're not uptaking the value that you're infusing into this. So we want to make sure it's short, concise, something they can look at. They don't even have to scroll, right? It just stays what they call above the fold, right on the screen. And even if they don't click on your call to action, it doesn't matter. You want to have these emails going to them at a reasonable frequency. So your business name will just sit, we are Emerson Solar. All right. Email frequency. There's a lot of schools of thought on this. I say weekly is probably fine. Monthly is as long as I would go, because if you go any longer than that, people are going to forget. They have very short memories and you don't want them to think you're spam. If they don't hear from you for 3 months and all of a sudden they get an email and unsubscribe, that's going to hurt your domain reputation. It's going to hurt your deliverability. So we want to keep our frequency enough to where we're not bothering them, but not so little that they don't remember who we are. So this is, again, the psychology behind it. It's a little bit of a balancing act here. And it also will depend on if the emails are going out before you've sold them on the marketing side of the business to try and get them down the funnel to get on a call, or if they are going out after the fact and you've already done business with them. And it is more of a retention aspect, right? To just keep top of mind. If you're in any kind of a services business, they may not have that magnet on the refrigerator. Keep those things in mind. So let's say for this, we're just going to do weekly. Can't type here. All right. And for our sample purposes, we're just going to say 3. But if you wanted like a full year of emails, you could do 10 at a time and do 52 weeks or whatever you want. Right. Now, this is where you can put in your link. I just have myofferlink.com. But if you have a landing page that's got an offer, or you've got a calendar to book a call, whatever your call to action is, you can put it in here and ChatGPT will embed that in. So that way we don't have to do that later down the line. All right. And we're going to personalize with this format for the platform we're going to use. But whatever email platform you have, if it has any kind of aliasing, you can put that in here for that. So that way it automatically puts in their name and customizes the emails. Is what we want. So this is what we'll go with. And let's see what we get. All right. So that's pretty good. It's the 3 emails there just for our little test here. We got our hook, we got our subject line, we got our call to action here at the bottom, and we have our value adds in the middle, our bullet points. So this is good. How do we get these emails into a platform that can get them sent out to our prospects in a timely manner on a regular basis? I use a platform called HighLevel. There's a lot of email platforms out there, but I'm going to demo putting the campaign together in HighLevel, but you can follow the same steps in pretty much any email platform that you might have. So if you're in HighLevel, you can log into your HighLevel account, come down to automation. They have template workflows for emails and campaigns, but I like to just create one from scratch. I'll show you why. There are some things that are best practices. The first thing we want to do, if you've never done anything with workflows, the way this works is your contacts come in the top. It's like a waterfall. They come in the top and they're going to go trickle all the way down through to the bottom, right? That's how you have to envision as people come in here. So each step along the way, they're going to stop. So the first stop when we get somebody in is to send it at a certain time of the week. We don't necessarily want them to just randomly go out. Typically Wednesday morning or so is a time that I would usually send them. You can send them whenever you want, but let's just, for the sake of the demo, we're going to say Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. So the first thing we're going to want to do is put a wait. So we need to configure this to be Wednesday. We We don't have to do anything up here for this. We're just going to unselect every other day and say Wednesday at 9 a.m. So Wednesday, 9 a.m., it's going to drop all the contacts through this point, right? So this isn't sending any emails. This is just a wait step. Contacts are going to come in here. It's going to hold them at this point until Wednesday, 9 a.m., and then they're going to fall through. Now, the next thing we want, because of the nature of what we're doing, we're going to be sending emails. If we were to load 1,000 contacts in here, we may not want to necessarily blast out 1,000 emails at once, depending on our domain situation. That's another video. There's a best practice to put a drip option in here. We'll just, for all intents and purposes, say 25 emails a minute. If you have a lot of emails, then you're probably already past this point in your marketing journeys. Let's just say you have 100 prospects, or you can obviously change this number anytime, but for the sake of this, we'll say 25 emails a minute. And you can also name these. That's also a good practice, is to name what they may be, right? So say 25 per minute or whatever. So that way you can look at the workflow and easily understand. You would say here, wait until Wednesday, 9 a.m., right? Something like that. So you okay, they're going to come in, wait till 9, trip. Now we'll send the email. Send email. You don't have to fill these out. They will be filled out with default information. We just need this. So we'll grab our first one, subject line here. It saves a ton of time not having to come up with this stuff. Now, there's a reason why we formatted the way we did. Because if you were to go in here and do first name, if you choose this, it's going to put this in. So now you don't have to do it for every single one, right? ChatGPT put that stuff in for you. And here, it doesn't look like it actually embedded the hyperlink. So it's okay, because you'd have to change it anyway. It doesn't really matter. You got to put yours in here. So you come here and put in whatever your landing page is or whatnot. And you can leave that to say here, since that's in context, or you can change it to something else. And that's basically it. And then it's going to have your high-level account name there. So you can save this guy here. Boom. And you might want to name this maybe email 1. All right. Now, so you have your first email ready to go, right? So anytime as people are opting in, they're going to go through this and they're going to get this email. Was the first one they'll get of the very next Wednesday from whenever they opted in. So the next thing you want to do, you can copy this whole set of 3. You don't have to rebuild them all from scratch, and just paste them below, right? And you could even grab all 6 and do it again. If you really want to go faster, you can multiply it out. Copy all, it's going to grab all 6. And now this stuff's all pre-configured, and all you have to do is continue to go down a line. Let's just do it for kicks here. Copy all action, boom. And just grab those emails sequentially out of your ChatGPT. You could say, make me 52 more. They're all going to be different. They're all going to be unique. And you just drop them in, change it to email 2, paste in your info, and then you can even do a test here, right? And send a test email to yourself to make sure that the formatting and all looks good. So now how do we get this thing to fire off? Well, there's all kinds of options to get people into these workflows in HighLevel. You would click on add new trigger, and there's about 1 million things in here, but for emails, you're typically only going to use one of these few here, either form submitted, survey submitted, or quiz submitted. But typically forms and surveys are going to be usually what get people to opt into an email. I'm going to show you a form real quick, because HighLevel has everything built in, and they have web hosting and form hosting built in, and a really cool form builder. So you would just jump back to your dashboard, come down here to sites, come over here to forms, and drop down to builder. Now, if you look at the bottom, there's some really cool templates. You got life insurance, electrician, weight loss, graphic design. We're just going to grab the electrician one. All right, so here's a form, right? You can customize all this. We're just going to grab it. I want to show you real quick the integrations. It's very easy. You can literally take this form and plop it onto a WordPress site, another hosting platform. You can just go directly to it online with the link. You don't even need to host it anywhere. I'm going to show you. This is crazy. So here's this form. It's already done. You could change it and customize it over here if you want to. You can preview it. But if you hit integrate at the upper right, you have all these options, right? If you embed the layout, you can have it be a pop-up, a slide in, sticky, inline. So even if you weren't hosting your site on HighLevel, obviously it's easiest if you do, but you can put these forms anywhere, right? Scroll, there's all these other options. So, and if you copy the form link, this link here, you can just plop it into a web browser and send it to someone. So if it's a review, feedback, you got the link and the embed code right here. So we got this form, electrician service request. So say we save that. So now it's going to be in the system under the forms. All right. So now that form is there, it's going to be updated. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to say, I want to use form submitted. This is going to be the same type of deal. You can name this whatever you want. All of the workflow triggers are kind of the same format when you're building them out. They're going to have a top level here, and then you have to drill down for exactly what you want. So it's going to be form is, and there's our electrician service request form, right? So now I could literally go to this form. I can copy this form link. It is live right now. I just pasted it in the web browser. If I fill this form out, I will trigger this workflow. It's that simple. So once you have everything in there, you could name this campaign, new opt-in, newsletter, or whatever you want. Flip this guy to publish and save. That's it. Now you build this out for 52 weeks or whatever, done forever. The cost to acquire a new customer is always exponentially more than it costs to just sell more to the people you already have. And email is the number one way to do that. And this is the easiest way to set it up that I've seen. So if you want, there's a 30-day trial for HighLevel, link in the description, as well as the GPT prompt to download. See you in the next one.